can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then I go off.
It's the regular season finale of the Blitz, and we have a rematch from last season's Sac-Joaquin Section Division III Championship. Manteca High hosting VOL rival Oakdale High.
We own them. We know what they know. You understand that? Make it happen. Don't wait. Make it happen.
The Buffaloes coming off their first Valley Oak League loss in a tough matchup against Central Catholic High, and Oakdale coming off back-to-back losses against Central Catholic and Kimball High. But of course, everyone is talking about Blake Nicholson, the star running back for Manteca, who broke the school record last week with more than 400 yards rushing.
That's how we do it! All night long! You're not your house, you're feeling your game! Get it done! Bust on three, 1, 2, 3, bust!
Plenty of history between these two teams. Manteca vying for a #1 seed in the Division II playoff bracket, and Oakdale, they're just trying to get the best spot they can get in Division III. It's time to get down, everybody. Manteca versus Oakdale. So strap in for the Friday night highlights. Imperative for Oakdale to make a statement early, and they do just that. Hunter Grubbs sacks Hudson Wyatt and leads to a 4 and out. And on the very first play for Oakdale's offense, Cameron Guthrie lets it loose. This is a 42-yard gain, and he's hit out of bounds at the 28. But in no time at all, Manteca steps up with a sack of its own. Mick Marzon, the QB, goes down on 4th down, and the Buffalo offense takes over. From there, this is Bryson Davis, the junior, and he refuses to be stopped. That's a 77-yard touchdown. That happened so quickly, and I know it's early in the game, but we are already at the play of the game. As a former fullback myself, I gotta look at this beautiful lead block and give credit to Landon Chamberlain. And from there, Davis shows off his strength. He refuses to be taken down. And you know what? A lot of focus has been on Nicholson, but Davis, he can ball out too, and I think you'll see that later on in this game. Early in the first quarter, and Manteca has just set the tone for the rest of this contest. And again, it's not just the offense either, the defense. On 4th down, Marzon is intercepted by Chris Chavez, but that was roughing the passer, so it's wiped off the board. But in the end, it doesn't really matter because a few plays later, facing 4th and 8, the Mustangs go for a fake punt, and they come nowhere close. And it's Nicholson with a 1st down on a 14-yard run, and this 9-play drive is capped by Wyatt and a 2-yard touchdown plunge. And after another Oakdale 4 and out, it only takes 3 plays for Manteca to get back in the end zone, and wouldn't you know, it's Davis. Once again, this is a 34-yard touchdown run, and he's already over 100 yards rushing. Tack on a 2-point conversion from Elijah Cota, and Manteca is blowing out Oakdale. And the Mustangs struggle to get 1st downs, let alone touchdowns. Here's a 4th down stop. Manteca defense once again stepping up big, and that leads to a big-time touchdown. Hudson Wyatt to Blake Nicholson. That is a 35-yard touchdown. And Manteca's offense is moving quickly. So fast, in fact, that we missed the first half of this play. Hudson Wyatt connecting with Nicholson, and Nicholson's gone 65 yards for the touchdown and our halftime score. Now, before we get into the second half, let's recognize our sponsor, Realtor Michael Rocha. Are you a buyer looking for your perfect home? Or are you a seller looking for top dollar for your home? No matter what your goals are, if you're looking to win in this real estate market, Michael Rocha is the realtor for you. So contact Michael Rocha today at 209-485-5228. You can also find him on Facebook and on Instagram. What's going to happen in the second half? Can Oakdale bounce back? No, the defense keeps it coming. Thomas Perea killing it from the linebacker position, and Davis continues to kill it from the running back position. This is a 51-yard run, and though he's close, he doesn't get into the end zone, so instead, he finds it from 7 yards out. This is a tremendous game for this junior. It's 42-0, and there's no end in sight of Manteca's dominance. Wyatt connecting with Nicholson. That's a big-time play. 21 yards and a first down, and a perfect setup for a touchdown. Elijah Cota in from 2 yards out, and it's getting ridiculous at this point, folks. Manteca will not stop. They want to dominate, and Hudson Wyatt wants another highlight on his stat sheet. This is the longest run of this quarterback's career, a 68-yard dash, and just like that, Manteca crushes their VOL rival.
Gentlemen, that's how you bounce back. That is how you respond.
We played our hearts out. We just did what we needed to do. Last week, took a bad loss. Should have won that game, but we bounced back today. Oh, it means a lot, Biggest rival. Just did what we need to do, like I said. Game plan, honestly, just to come out here and do what we do. Just play our hearts out, do everything we can to win. We have heart, never quitting, and we got a lot of talent. Shout out to Hudson for that 70-yard run he had. That was great.
Bryson Davis, everybody, a man of few words, but put him on the football field and he makes things happen. He had 11 carries for 222 yards and a total of 2 touchdowns. And Blake Nicholson, the guy everyone's talking about, the Florida State commit. He had a lull of a game compared to last week, but he still did pretty well. 3 receptions, 124 yards, 7 carries, 42 yards for a total of 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Hudson Wyatt, he balled out from the quarterback position. He went 5 of 6 for 124 yards, and he had that 68-yard touchdown run, which was the longest touchdown run of his career. And just like that, everyone, the final game of the season sees Manteca utterly crush Oakdale, a far cry from last season's D3 championship game that the Blitz covered, but still exciting nonetheless. And that leaves Manteca at 2nd place in the VOL and Oakdale in 4th place. And Oakdale will be in the D3 bracket as the 7th seed, hosting Roseville High, the 11th seed. As for Manteca, they got that 1st seed in D2, and they will enjoy a bye week before playing the winner of Vacaville versus Lodi. Best of luck to both of those schools in the playoffs. As for the Blitz, next week we will be in Division 1 with Turlock High, the 7th seed, hosting Edison High, the 10th seed, Turlock 6-4, Edison 7-3, and the undefeated San Joaquin Athletic Association League champions. That was a mouthful. Turlock coming off a big-time win over Grigori to secure 2nd place in the Central California Athletic League, a game that saw their quarterback Cole Gilbert break the single-season passing record for the Bulldogs. And so there's a lot of energy as these two teams enter this matchup. And these two teams have lots of postseason history, and we'll get into all that information next week in our first playoff matchup of the season. You can find that episode at turlockjournal.com, and you can also find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter if you follow at Turlock Journal. So until next week's opening to the postseason, I'm Frankie Tovar. Thank you for watching The Blitz.